Alright everyone, welcome back to Florida Racing in IMSA. We are here at the Long Beach Grand Prix. Going to get ourselves a little bit of practice in very quickly. But we got GTP, we got GTD and GTD Pro here. And we are about to get some practice underway here in Long Beach. So already had a fun video over on the Combustion Guy's YouTube channel. Should be up already, but you can check that out. But had some fun hunting some lap times with the different classes to see what we could do, see if we would actually be competitive and whatnot. So had some fun with that, and we're going to see what we can do here in our GT4 or GTD Mustang here in the multi-class racing of a street circuit. Oh goody, street circuits, yay. I love racing street circuits. Yeah, how about not? Yeah, I'm not good at street circuits. Not good, especially in the F1 career. Which, by the way, should F1 return? If the answer is no, well, too bad. It's going to return at some point. I haven't had time to start that back up again. So as soon as I do, we'll get that back on the channel. But currently, just haven't quite had enough time to get that going. As I hit the wall there, because my tires are cold as ice right now. And we're trying to get those warmed up here in practice, see what kind of lap time we can put down, and see if we need to make any adjustments before qualifying. The car feels pretty good as we hit the wall again, but I haven't driven this course very much and the tires are cold, so that's going to change in how things are reacting and whatnot. So we're going to have to see what we end up doing in the race. Should be decent, I would assume, but we'll have to find out here in a bit. But getting a little bit of practice in, and then we will head on off to qualifying, and then off to the races. Howdy! Qualifying time is here. We're going to have to see if everybody heads out, which I would assume they will. It's a 10-minute qualifying session, so everybody's going to be trying to hit the track here as quickly as possible. So we've got a long, pretty short session actually, but a long way to go here as we got tons of cars going to be hitting track here very quickly to try and see what they can do. So we switched the setup just a little bit, switched some brake pressure, switched more of the brake to the front as we're having a little bit of an issue getting into the corner and kind of needed that to be a little bit better. Ooh, yeah, that feels a little bit better right there. So that should help us out just a little bit. Got to get the car warmed up though as we head on out. Got Aston Martin right here in front of me. So we're going to see what we can do on the track here. So I think, if I remember correctly, we're set up for a sunset start time. So it should look pretty good slightly under the lights. We'll have to see how it actually looks once we hit the track for race day. But sounds like a pretty cool start time for the event. We'll have to see how we run throughout. It's going to be a pretty short session, as the real event is 2 hours. I actually thought it was a little bit longer than that. Actually, it might be like an hour and 40. Anyways, I saw the time. It's pretty short that they run here, so we're only going to run 25 minutes of it to kind of give that the same amount of time space that we did with the other events that we've done so far, keeping it kind of a short video length race. I'm not sure if we'll have to pit or not, but we'll figure that out once we get there. So I'm not really pushing it right now. We're not racing. I'm just trying to get the car warmed up here. And I think we're good to go. Let's hit the afterburner if we have any, which we don't, and see what we can do here. So we got GTD Pro, which of course is represented by the GTE class and Project Cars 2 here. GTD, that's what we're racing in. And that's represented by the GT4 class. And then of course, gonna run right on in to the back of that GTB car, which is of course an LMP1, as he hits the wall himself, so never mind about that. Trying to get these tires warmed up, and they are not having it right now, so we're gonna have to find out what we can do a little bit later on into the run. But grip wise, they're not quite there, so we're gonna have to get the temp in, and hopefully the tires will be ready to go come race time. Brakes. Yeah, it's kind of difficult. This car's not overly liking this course. Definitely not quite set up for it. But we're gonna try and work it as much as we can here, and see what we can do with it. But it's not really liking this course setup at the moment, and neither am I. I am not a street course racer. I prefer a traditional road course to a street course, just because there's so much more runoff room, which makes it a little bit more, in my opinion, fun. And I don't know, I prefer to a walled street course, but that's just me. So everybody to their own, but I prefer a traditional road course to a street course any day. Alright, so I'm 18 seconds off the pole time, about what I'd expect, but I'm kind of low there in GT4, so we might have to really put out our elbows and really rough some people up to get positions. We're going to have to see how that works, as we almost hit the wall there. We have some damage, that's from that LMP1 car getting in our way and into our braking zone, but that's fine. We're a little bit faster this time so far, looking at our lap delta, so kind of like what I'm seeing there. Trying to get the car turned to the wall a little bit there. That's going to really cut into our time, as the car decided it did not want to turn. Very unfortunate. So we need to slow it down or something, I'm not sure. The tires are just really kind of slidey. I'm not getting much grip out of them, so I'm going to have to go through the setup and see what we can do, but I'm just not quite getting the amount of grip that I want out of them, which is very disappointing. So we'll have to see before the race if we can make any adjustments. The car's just so slidey. I'm not sure what's going on with that. But I mean, I'm hitting the brakes, and the tires should be gripping up, and they're not doing anything of the sort. I mean, the car's just very, very slidey. So we're going to go one more lap, see if we can make any difference. We only got a little bit of cosmetic damage. We don't really have any suspension damage, so I don't think there's any real performance hurting damage necessarily. Maybe a little bit of aero, but I don't think it's enough to really hurt us. Alright, coming into here, we're going to brake early. Alrighty, okay, I like that. So I did something different. I did a two-step brake. So I braked once, really hard, and then let off, braked again. That actually got me turned to where I wanted to go in the corner. Okay, we might be able to do that brake. Alright, I think I might have figured out something with the brakes. That might be what I was needing on this street course. So we're going to hit the brakes again. And I got myself turned kind of. Just getting run over from the back from the LMP1 guy, but that's okay. Alrighty, I think I figured out what it is. It's braking. Here's what my problem was. Also, I'm back at the peak temp on the tires, so I think I'm getting a little bit of that grip now, finally. Getting a lot of damage from everybody hitting me really hard. Right, it brakes. Alrighty, I think I figured out what I need to do on that. Okay. So that's a driver error problem, not necessarily a car problem. The car still feels a little bit too slidey. Get that gear. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Get up to speed. I'm gonna knock about 2 seconds off of our time here. There we go. That moves us up the leaderboard. Okay. I don't think we can do much better than that. We just need to be consistent with our lap times here. So brake. Brake again. Alright, that gets us through that turn much better than we had been going through it. So I'm good with that, I think, as I hit the wall there just a little bit. So I'm 27th, going to be kind of far in the back. But at least I'm going to be a little more competitive with my consistent lap times here, hopefully. So that's what we're going to go with. So, as I said, not a street course racer. So I think that's my main drawback issue here. Is it's just not one of the courses that I have much experience with. That's giving me some fits here as we go around. Plus, also, I do have the aero damage, so that might not be helping me either. So, is there work that I could do on the setup? Absolutely. Am I going to spend an eternity working on it? Absolutely not. Why? Because this is for fun, and we have a race to go to. So, I only have 2 minutes. I would be able to work on the setup anyway. So, we're good. We're good. So we're going to be a little bit slower this time by. That's fine. We're going to hit the pit lane anyways. But I think we know what we need to do for the race. And I think we're going to check on the tires here as well, just to see what those are running. Because if they're running hard tires, that's definitely slowing me down. Alrighty everyone, it is race time here at Long Beach. We are about to go racing. At the Long Beach Grand Prix, sun is slowly setting on the track. Going to make it for some long shadows, but probably some very picturesque TV shots, so not a bad idea on the TV aspect of things. Car feels pretty good. We got those soft tires on there, so we'll see how that works. Woo, brakes are not warmed up at all. Myself backed up here. Alrighty guys, we are going racing here at Long Beach. Gonna get a little bit of damage right off the start because everybody checked up. We are racing here at Long Beach. Got the sun slowly setting. That's gonna make for some pretty nice TV shots, I would assume. We're gonna try and get around some traffic here in our own class and start hitting those brakes. Boy, totally missed out on the braking zone. Do that again. Good night. Start again. Alrighty guys, we are off to the races. Let's see what we can do here at Long Beach. Got the sun slowly setting. That's going to make some nice TV shots. So probably a pretty good idea there from the network. Go ahead and start hitting my brakes here. Get those. Ooh, good night. We are slipping and sliding. Damage right off the bat because the car would not slow down at all. That is something else. Rear-ending people here. So now we're going to race around with damage for the next few minutes, which is unfortunate, but we are slowly getting through our group here. See how this car handles once we can get around some of these guys. Alright, hit the brakes, getting run into there. Ooh, one car around. He got hit by the Porsche, and then he was saddled right up next to me too, so he had nowhere to go, so that ended up ruining his race right there. That's certainly not good. So yeah, we started off with our brakes being at full temp, ready to go, so that's pretty interesting. So I'm not sure why we were slipping and sliding so much, but we were. Obviously you got some different shadows, different temps running here, so that could be affecting a few things, but anyways, interesting. Very, very interesting. Hit the brakes. Currently second in our class, so qualifying we're definitely not there. But once we get to the race, it seems like we can do pretty good. We got that suspension damage though there in the right front, so that's going to cause us some mayhem in the future. Alright, go ahead and start hitting those brakes, start downshifting. Yeah, we got into them much better than we did last time, so I'm not sure what the issue was there on the first lap, but we could not get the car to slow down there for whatever reason. Kind of weird. So let's see if we can get first in our class here. We're currently 8 seconds better than we were that first lap, which I would expect. Everybody kind of clogged up. We're going to have to see how quick it is for the NMP guys, or the GTP class, here in IMSA to be able to get to us. But I was able to make up quite a lot of ground there with all the stack-ups due to the traffic. And currently in P2, trying to get this car to turn is a little bit harder with that suspension damage. We could come down pit road, get that fixed, but it's not that long of a race. And we also don't know if anyone's going to pit or anything, so we will wait until we know information on that. Car does not want to turn. There's more suspension and front end damage for us. That's great. That's a lot of suspension damage. Looks like the car's dragging on the ground now. Let's see what we can do. But yeah, cars do not want to turn there once again, so we gotta figure out how we want to take our turns a little bit better. And try and... Car's actually handling a little bit better now that we got some damage on the other side. So it was giving us fits with damage only being on the one side of the suspension, so it feels a little bit more balanced now, so that's kind of helpful. A little bit more damage there on the front end once again to bounce off the wall. I actually expected the race to go a lot worse from the start, and it could still go very, very badly as it's a street course. And I'm me. We got that nice sunset effect going on, I like it. Definitely very cool here as we're going to be racing under the lights more than likely as we get further into this run here. I don't remember how to turn on my headlights off the top of my head, so that's going to make things rather interesting. We'll have to figure that out when the time arises. We're currently running third in our class, which is not too bad. There we go. Did the 1-2 brake. Brake once hard and then brake again, and that seemed to make a bit of a difference handling-wise. Go in. There we go. Good. Hit the brake. Get ourselves shifting upwards as we accelerate away from our class here just a little bit. Had a pretty good launch off of that last turn, so definitely like that. A little bit faster that time by on our lap time, so that's good. Make sure we don't hit the tires. We're getting run into by the BMW there, so he wants that spot. I went a little bit wide there, a little bit too fast, getting into the grass there a little bit. Don't hit that wall. Ooh, car doesn't want to turn. Got the car a little bit unsettled there with all that interaction and had to get it back under control, but we're doing pretty good. 19 minutes remaining on the clock as sun continues to set. That's going to change the temperature on things here just a bit. We'll wait for those street lights to start turning on and we'll see what this place looks like under the lights. Missed the tires, very good. Get back to accelerating here. Saving a little bit of time through this section. And we got the first round of NMP2 guys coming through. Try and make room for them as needed. Try and give him the outside. He doesn't want the outside. He wants the inside for some reason. That's okay. Nice on the turn. Give him plenty of room. He's not going to take it. There we go. Got my headlights on. We are good to race, and we got to watch out for all of these guys as they make their way through. So that's going to mess up the field there just a little bit. There we go. Got the brakes to where I need them to be for the stopping. Whoop. NMP guys want me to let them through. I'm trying to, but it's hard once you get into this section to be able to let them through, so I'm going to mess up some of these guys' race. But that's okay. They have speed. They can get back going here. Give them plenty of room through here. They're able to take that. We're going to get those. Ooh, totally missed the braking zone. Into the wall. Tons of damage. Totally missed the braking zone with all that traffic. Now we got tons of suspension damage. Got to come in and get that fixed, unfortunately. Actually, we'll see how the car handles here, actually. We got engine damage too, so we got to come in and fix that. Car doesn't feel terrible, but definitely some issues on board here. Currently 9th out of 11 in our class. Major issue that we didn't want to do. Let's see here. Get ourselves turned around. Also missing a headlight there as well. Yeah, with that much damage, we'll go ahead and get in. Let the team get some practice on working on damage. 17 minutes left in the race, and we already got some pretty big issues going on. Alrighty, so we are back underway after some major repairs due to that collision with a tire barrier. So we're gonna just get our car back on track here, so we see what we can do. Don't think we're gonna finish anywhere above where we are, but these races you never know. All you need is one big wreck. A bunch of guys have to come down pit road, and with the LMP guys coming through like they are, that is always a potential here, so you gotta watch these guys. They're coming through. They're coming through with a vengeance too. We're gonna merge in with them here. Gotta get these brakes warmed back up. Get into the back of the Corvette here. And we're just gonna at least get some practice now that we got our car fixed. Gotta get those brakes warmed back up to temp though, because that's gonna give us a major issue. Gonna run them here for a bit on the side. Just get those front brakes warmed up because they are cold, and we gotta get that temperature back into them here. Getting hit from the LMP guys. I'm gonna try and let them pass. As we're gonna hit the barrier again as the car decided not to brake. Got run wide. Bit of an issue there. Got Knight getting hit from the rear end as well. Not my favorite street courses, that's for sure. Especially with a multi-class type race. I think if we did a singular class, it probably would be a little bit better. But multi-class, definitely a totally different thing, since there is no space to really yield for the most part there. So that makes things a lot more interesting. Luckily we don't have any suspension damage that hurt us performance-wise. We just got cosmetic damage again. And first lap back up had that happen, so that's great. That's just great. And I'm going to totally miss my braking zone here once again. There we go. Get ourselves back on track here. As I said, street courses, they are not my thing, especially when you get out of a groove. And I am majorly out of a groove, so... As I said, potential that with the LMP guys going through crazy like they are, we could have a stack up of cars. That could end up gaining me some spots, but as I said, that's not a big possibility, but always a possibility. Make sure we hit on my braking zones here, as I gotta get my head back into the racetrack, as currently it's somewhere else. There we go, much better. So we're going to try and pay attention here for the rest of the race and hopefully not have any major issues. We're currently in the back, also in the dead zone at the back as well where no one else is racing, so see what we can do here. Into the wall again, so a little bit more damage on the side, no suspension damage, so that's nice. Get the car turned, let's go. So nighttime has fallen. Going to be finishing under the lights, which honestly is a really cool setup, I think. Definitely a very cool look for the street course, as all the lights have come on. Very, very cool. Hit my braking zone this time instead of not paying attention. Very good. That's what we need to do. Pay attention to what we're racing at. Keep the head in the game for the braking zones. A little two-wheeling action there, so that's pretty cool. Actually gaining a little bit of time on this lap. So I mean, we could probably have run pretty consistently, as now we're going to go off into the braking zone again. I don't know, I don't like my brakes for whatever the brake setup was for this race. I am not liking it because the car just will not turn under braking like at all. Definitely causing me some mayhem. You see right there? The car just won't stop. Also, I'm missing my braking zones, but still having major issues here. Got some major engine damage. Got my hood trying to stay on board with me. It's going to fly off here eventually. Don't have any cautions, which that would be a pretty neat setup. Could probably actually set that up there, but I'm not going to. I was also had to get black flagged every 10 seconds for something, so that's the other issue as well. Yeah, but I don't like street courses. Can't wait to have this off the schedule. So next up, we got Laguna Seca. That's going to be an interesting course. Not one of my favorite road courses, but I think it's going to be better than this this race, as we have about 10 minutes left to go here. Hit the braking zone. Let the NMP1 guys kind of get by here. Squeeze with the Porsches, but that's okay. If we can just finish this race, that would be nice without DNFing. Which I think we can do. Ooh, got pushed there by the NMP1 a little bit. So we're getting some maximum engine cooling right now since we got the hood off. Gonna hurt our aerodynamics quite a lot there. But that's okay. We're not competitive anyways. It's incredible how fast these guys get around this place. I'm going to stay to the inside here, let these guys go. Plenty of them. Ooh, yeah, tires sliding there into the turn. Need a little bit more brake to actually get the grip to come up. As tires are not wanting the grip at all on this track. Go to the inside to stay out of the way here a little bit. Eight minutes remain here at Long Beach. And I'm just holding on for dear life. That's what I'm doing. Let that Porsche go there. There's a lot of beating and banging going on with the LMP1 guys coming through, so if a few guys wreck out, that's certainly a potential for how fast these guys are moving through the course. So I haven't seen any major incidents or anybody pitting yet other than myself, but it does seem like it's a probability. Pretty short race, so ooh, good night, the guy came flying through there. We're going to have to see if there's any major incidents. I don't think there's going to be. But as tires wear out, they have a potential for it. Going around the Bubba Burger turn here. I don't remember if I've had Bubba Burgers. Seems like they're decent if I had. But definitely a tasty sounding sponsor anyways. Bubba Burgers! Making sure that we're braking way early into the zone, so that way I'm not crashing, which I have been. Drive through the flowers there a little bit. I don't remember if they put a wall around that nowadays or not. Seems like they leave it open still, which is kind of neat. Got some fast GTD Pro guys coming up, so we'll want to let them pass. Nice and easy on the brakes. Wide into the turn. Yeah, Aston Martin's coming through. And into the braking zone. The car did not want to turn once again. So not sure what's going on with that, but just having a bunch of issues with getting the car to actually turn when I needed to. So braking issues, definitely one of my problems. Good night once again. Car refused to go anywhere that I needed it to. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but we're not having a good day. That's what I know. We're not having a good day. Got quite a bit of engine damage. See if we can get this car to turn. There we go. We're going to go in and hit the pits again because we have major damage that needs to be fixed again so that we don't blow up our engine. I think I'm blowing the team's budget on hoods in this particular race because that's hood number 3 that we've gone through so far that was torn up. So, yeah, the body workshops they're getting put to work after this race because we're going to need more hoods and front ends apparently, as I'm just destroying those quite a bit here. So, not good. Alright, back on track here. We got traffic coming through. We're going to stay to the outside here, hopefully. Let's see what we got. Let this guy on by. There we go. Gotta get those brakes cooled off, warmed up here again. Ooh, he hit the wall there. I'm actually surprised that there hasn't been anybody wrecked out of this race with how much they're hitting stuff. There's been a lot of contact in this race. As far as I know, nobody's out of this race so far, including myself, which is very surprising. Only 3 minutes remain in the race, and I'm going to hit the wall again. Yes, I am. Good night. Once again, car decided it didn't want to turn, it wanted to go straight. Getting tired of that myself. We're going to have to work on a street course setup, apparently, because whatever we have is not working at all for me on this course. Good night. I think we must be locking up the tires. I'm going to have to check out what we're running brake-wise, because that's the only thing I can think of is somehow we're locking up the tires into the turn, and that's becoming a major issue. Good night. The car just will not turn. Yep, major damage once again. I mean, we're still rolling, so... But the car is just not turning when I need it to, and that's giving us all kinds of headaches. So we're just going to try and roll here. Because right now we just got to finish this race. That's all we got to do. And I'd rather finish it on the track than in the pits, even though I have major suspension damage that's causing me headaches. But yeah, it's something else, unfortunately. There's a reason why I don't do street courses, and this result is why. Alright, I need to figure out what's going on with the brakes, because the brakes are something else with the handling of the car. It is causing me a lot of grief, that's for sure. So, something wrong with the car, setup, driver error as well, but I shouldn't be locking up into the turns, in my opinion. So, I'm going to have to work on that for any future races I might do. But definitely issues going on there, so that's annoying. Only a few seconds left in this race, and then we can call it quits here all the way in the back. 20 laps have been completed by the LMP1 guys, so good job for them. I don't know how many laps I've completed, not that many I don't think. Somewhere in the range of 12 is what I think I have completed so far. Good night. Once again, car decided it was not turning. That's giving me even more suspension damage. Let's just get over the line here and finish this thing, hopefully. Come on, turn. There we go. Lots of damage here. Yeah, we got some major suspension issues going on, is what I've got going on right now. Yeah, suspension in the car is basically broken here. Yep. I'm just going to run pit road speed around this place to get back to pit road, because my day's done. And these guys on through here. I think some of these guys on there, they're in lap for the pit road. I'm just going to pit afterwards, just staying to the outside here, as my race is over. I'm done. Well, guys, that's about the best we can do here at Long Beach. Not my favorite track, and you can see why. The results speak for themselves. Street course is not my thing at all, so major car damage there for the one of the LMP1 guys. But yeah, we're done for today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and hopefully at some point we can come back and do a better job at this course. But yeah, I'm not sure what was going on there, but for sure the car just kept locking up and would not turn when I needed it to. So that's definitely some issues. So anyways, guys, thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys here next time with Florida Racing and IMSA. And it will not be at a street course. It will be at a traditional road course. So we'll see you guys then. Oh boy, this poor thing. See you next time, guys.